Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully that's fixed. It looks like everything's fixed now. We'll see though once I get into the game. Here's to hoping. But yeah, I'm back. Okay. I'm hoping this will be fine. Otherwise, we might have to change this to something else because I don't know. I don't know why it decided to pull this on me. I really, really don't. Alright, let's get into the next world, I guess. For realsies. Oh, I don't want a Shattered Blocks world. I want a plain old world. We got snowy biomes, but let's also have plains. Let's have savanna. Have pigs. We have shalooms. Is it just shalooms? There's also creepers. Meh. Whatever. Let's have these as well because they're fun. Oh wait, no. Don't care about that one as much. I want sliminess. There. Alright. Surface exits is not going to be good. We're going to try though. Let's see what we can do. And here's to hoping this doesn't just... Otherwise I'll have to do something else. We can flip to plain vanilla, I guess, if this isn't working. Okay. It should be fine. But no, it's flipping out on me right now. But it is. So I'm just giving it a second to load. We're in. Okay. It's not your fault, Thomas. I think it's fine-ish. I'm watching, but there's definitely something wrong at this point. I think if I have to guess, it's probably got to do with hello, Chris. How you doing? It's not your fault. These things happen. Alright, cool. I'm glad to see. Alright. I have a pig next to me. Quickly gathering up some quick points here. We don't want to waste our chance at having plenty of XP to get everything else, especially if we're about to be stuck. I'd like to have all the upgrades before we have to finish, so... I hear you, pig. So we have a silk touch. What do we got here? Oh! Well, hello. I mean, not that I'm going to use it, but... I mean, it's always a random item, so there's that, but... yeah. Okay, you're now in armor, aren't you? Nice. We have a little bit of food. Hello, Meadow. What? What the heck? Okay. Oh, is it the frog thing? I know there's the, no, it's just Heralds of Change. I don't get it. Nothing should be hurting me, but whatever. But we have plenty of pointed, I guess. Wait, what should we? Yeah, we are going the right way. We just don't know how far away it is. Let's hope it's not too far. What the heck? Okay. So, I'm doing something wrong. Oh, wait. Is it... Oh, crap. Yes. Okay, I'm glad we have this. I maybe shouldn't have activated that. Should have known better. But whatever. Yeah. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Our bundle here... We're gonna put dirt in the bundle so we can take it out when we're hungry. Alrighty! Oh, cool. Nice. Very, very cool. Alright, let's put our food in there. Alright, our lunch bag is okay now. Pop, pop, pop! Yeah, you guys can die. You know what? Since we have the ability to triple jump... Yeah, see? Oh. Actually kind of worked. Yeah. See, that's the problem, isn't it? Hello, Nanuma. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Alright, so let's get to the exit. I'll probably try and transform a few more things. That was just normal. I mean, it's not really that useful, but it was kind of cool for like a half a second. Oh crap, we don't want to go down, we don't want to go down. There's creepers down there. Up, 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 up. We can fly. Like so. I'm sorry to hear you're not doing well. I do hope you feel better then. Alright, I don't know how far I have to go. Hopefully not too far. Oh, I need to... Oh, well, we could break dirt really fast with our hands. Crazy. Okay, I mean, that's useful. I suppose. Because we love dirt. Apparently. I didn't even think about... Alright, we still got a ways to go, though. Yeah. Alright. Hoppity, hippity, hoppity. Alright, we're getting there, though. Can beat up the froggies, I guess, but it doesn't seem kind. But we're getting close, because our thing... Oh, we gotta go this way. Yes, we're getting actually close. So, even though it's a rare exit, we're gonna be lucky on that. I should have paid attention to that beforehand. Especially with how things are going, but you know what? It's fine. We'll just make a whole bunch more things really quickly. We'll make some lights maybe around us. Because we can... Okay, I see something over there. I can get lucky and find myself a tree at this point, I guess. We kind of need one. Yeah, we'll need this. Alright, so... we just need the ability to make some sticks. Not a whole lot, just a few. We can make some lights. Once we get where we're going. We can eat and stuff as well. Ouch. Come on. You know, if I'm eating dirt anyway, I wonder if I could turn off I am the campfire. Or the dirt. I'm gonna have to see if I can turn one of them off. Because otherwise this is like... This is concerning. Oh, that's not too hard. I have the ability to do them. They just aren't very, fun. Although I guess at this point it's not so bad. I've just been choosing flat worlds. Or regular surface worlds, rather. Here, I can even show you. We can even do... We'll do a silly world. Or sillier world. Anticipate death or whatever, but... Oh, I'm probably going the wrong way now I think about it. Oh, no, we don't want this. We don't want that. To the lit up area while I go and check things out. Oh, gosh. There. Just gotta pick that up. Yeah, I feel like this is getting worse, the fire, because it shouldn't be this bad. Alright, where are we going? We're nearly there, I think. You know what? I'm just gonna go up top and just chill. Till morning. We'll make ourselves some more points really quickly. I'm gonna try to unlock some more stuff. This is annoying that now my food is basically useless. I need to see if I can't just like turn stuff off. While we wait for morning. Alright. We're just basically giving ourselves a whole bunch of points. Technically it probably is, but I need to see. Can we turn off this one? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Can we... Oh, whoops. Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so we need to go that way, right? That way. We're close. I think. Oh. Is that coming out of my bundle? I don't think so. I don't really want to wait. We're gonna risk it. We know there's creepers abound, but we got plenty of points, so long as we're careful. Though I think if I was to start over, I'd ignore the dirt. I might keep the fiery hands, but I would ignore the dirt. It's just not worth it. We should be getting close, though. Yeah, because basically all it does... So far as I can tell, it just kind of... It's basically gotten to this point is not that great. So, and honestly, before that point, it just tosses dirt out of it, your hands. Because I guess you love it, so you're setting it free or something. I don't know. But it's really not useful, especially if you're trying to bridge and stuff. So I do think I would, in fact, start over on that one. Rather, if I was to start over, I would not use it because there's not much use. Other than getting to this point and realizing I'm gonna starve to death. Because I can't eat anything else. Quickly in there. But I think that's what I would do. I would just completely ignore that route. I'd be like, no, I can't eat that. I can't get to the point where I have to eat it. And it got me killed a couple times already. Like, I can't have it that I have to have the dirt. Because, like, when I'm in the deep dark. So I basically need to subsist on nothing. I see the portal. Okay, we're good. If it wasn't for that, I'd be fine, but it's like I can't both throw it out and need it. I know it's in, and that's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, that's why it's an April Fool's. You could not do that. All right. So we've made it to the portal. No point in doing pigs, I guess. so that we're not hungry. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the keys. But that is not good. Like I said, if I could turn this off, I would. But I can't. So, I don't know. Ow. I suppose let's unlock this and that. I just don't use a sword, so it doesn't matter that much to me. I guess let's give this guy these. Might as well pick this stuff up. Oh, I'm out of points. Okay. That's fine. That's it. Basically it. Other than that, let's go put this away. Oh. Alright. So we've gone through all that. Oh, well, we got even more points. Wait, what? Well, it's green, so we must have succeeded at it. I must have just missed one. I know it's the one that I had to choose a little bit, just because, so, yeah. Guess let's put away the trophy, and then I'll go ahead and get those things I was going to get, but I didn't have the points. Alright. So, it was in here, right? Yeah. That'll do. I could do that, but is there really much point? You know what? Let's do more of these. There, we're good. Get your groove, warden? Crap. I should have gone for the mace instead. Don't really want it, but I should have gone for it. Alright, crap. Where are we? What a weird place this is. Why? I can't do anything either because we have no dirt. This isn't dirt, right? Please tell me this is like dirt for me. It's not. Criminy. Chuck. Oh, but there is soul soil. Maybe soul soil? Oh. We're dead. I don't mind. There's nothing I could do there. Yeah. That's kind of annoying. But that's why this is an April Fool's, not real. It's fine. There was nothing I could do. Honestly. Alright, we're gonna do that. Skeletons is fine. No, I can't. See, that'll just take our hearts away. No. Unfortunately, because I have the dirt perk, I cannot do that. Here, since we're gonna just do something dumb to show the dumbness of it. I wish. Yeah. What else we want to put on here? I guess these stupid frogs. I didn't realize that's what it would do. And I can't undo it now. That's why I was saying I wouldn't have done anything with the dirt perk. I had no idea what it does. Until it was too late. Huh. We got a bone. Well, you have a sword. Do you do anything? You have everything to make a potion. Lovely. So as you can see, here's another type of world. Isn't it incredible? Oh, there we go. You finally do kill things. You just needed a sword. Yeah. Can I get this dirt? No. No. I'm trying, doggo. It's not giving it to me, though. Finally. I have the tiniest bit of chow if we can. We're gonna have to walk, though. Alright. Because I don't want to waste hunger. Luckily, the exit should be pretty close by, and then we'll just do some shenanigans to get what we need. Although I guess we could see what happens if you fall in the hole, but if I had to guess, that looks like that's void. So... Could do a little bit of hopping at this point. Also, you're bigger than me now. Convenient. We need a little bit of treeage here. We need a little bit of the wood. We're gonna be sneaky about this. Don't you dare knock me in. No, that is its own dirt. Okay. Cool. So occasionally we just somehow create dirt out of ourselves. That's unique, but I'm gonna guess it's completely random. Alright. So we're just gonna chill around here. And then we're gonna get stupid amounts of XP and just... Like I said, I think this... I don't know how to complete the other ones without kind of using into... You know. But... That doesn't matter. That's not our problem right now. This world's pretty flat. I don't need too many torches. Oops, I made a button I didn't mean to. Check. Alright, I guess we could make a potion. Somehow? I mean, we should have gotten the... yeah. So this is 0 right now anyway. We have no water though, so that doesn't really work. I love it. I didn't think to give you a cauldron of water. Alright, we're gonna start by putting down some lights though. Because what we're doing, we're just kind of lighting things up a little. Since it's skeletons, I don't want to be like shot, so... I know I don't need to use this many. I'm doing it because otherwise I feel like it's gonna be far more concerning. No, dirt! Come here. I produce dirt every now and then, don't know why. It'll hopefully help. Apparently I've dropped dirt in a couple places. Hello. No! And it went into the void as I'm trying to pick it up. Yep, that figures. That'll figure. It's not. It's just it started the morning. That's why I'm taking the advantage now, just so that we kind of don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, we don't have to think about it too hard, do we, Pepper? Alright, so... what we're gonna do is what I keep doing it, because why not? Which is... Taco, please don't. Just kind of... This is like the one that doesn't... There we go. There we go. Fastest way. Fair. We're not getting a whole lot of points because we just want to get out of here, but... at least that's what I want to do. But, I mean, what can you do? To be honest, I could toss a lot of this stuff because it's going to not be worth anything anyway. Let's just toss... I guess this. We don't need it. Come on, come on, come on. I need to eat. I need to eat. Cool. Anyway, see, the sun is setting. It's just very slow. I mean... And it threw it again. I really wish it wouldn't do that so quickly sometimes. Like, it's like, on the grid world, that's kind of annoying. But anyway, like I said, we're just going to kind of work towards getting some quick points. It's like the only way to do this. It is. That was risky, and the dirt flew instead? No. Oh, I dropped it into the void, didn't it? No, I didn't. Yeah, this time it went to the void, even though it's just like, we were far enough away, we shouldn't be too near any of the nonsense, but... that's why we're here. Alright. Just gotta quickly get some points. I mean, I know this is kind of dull, but like, like I said, if this... I kind of feel like I should have... stuff just in case. Still not sure why I'm not getting any keys. If clearly isn't because I'm cheating here. That would make some sense, but... Let me see. We've got 230, 50. Yeah, we're good. We'll head on out. Can't eat. Shame. Alright. I earned 2,000. Gotta remember, I gotta get the 200 and whatever levels. Yep. No, not quite, but pretty close. It was a successful world. We're not doing one of those again, because that was just too much. Alright. So with our 200 levels, let's just see if we can't get the last couple things done. Alright, because we're basically there. I'm actually going to add a bunch of jumps. They're expensive, you know. Aha! There's the elytra. We're the jump king. We want that, I guess. Alright, next time we'll get more points. We have witches, we have spooters, we have magma cubes. Pigs aren't important. We definitely want plains. We definitely want this to be a flat world. I don't think I dare risk. Or I guess technically if it's a bouncy world anyway, do we want to do a different one? Do we want to do, maybe not amplified. Shattered Blocks World? We could try this. It's not going to be great, but it'll be something. I can't do pigs anyway. So let's add a couple different types of biomes to this place. Like, there's no point in doing animals. And then... No, we don't want the one heart. I guess let's... Nah, let's go with this. This makes it easier to get stone, I guess. I don't know. You know, andesite. We're gonna go with andesite. Slightly off. So we have witches, spiders, and magma cubes. Rare surface. You know what? No, 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 no. We don't need this. We need this. That way we can remove the concept that we're going to be stuck. Alright. See, we can still get a lot of points. And now that we have the lapis trick, I think that's what I'm just going to have to stick to in everyone. But we can play around a bit in everyone as well. Oh. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay. I just need this to calm down a second. This world type is apparently very, very bad on the computer. I mean, you can tell, I think. Okay, it's finally coming down. Nope. Okay. Alright. I don't know what's going on with this world type that makes it so crazy. But it's not. I don't know. Alright, we got in here. We got a music disc. Well, we don't need the music disc, I don't think. But who knows, maybe it'll give us points. Will it give us points for this? Yes, yes it will. Okay, so let's just check this one out a little bit. And jump this in here. Okay. So I definitely see what it means by huge chunks of the world are just missing. I think that's what's killing it. Oh boy. Yeah, lovely. It's how much is missing. But it's not void below, there's actually land, so it's really, 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 really bad. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get to the exit. And we're never gonna do this again. We'll walk. I can't even walk slow. Always remember that if we're gonna go for Minecraft wisdom, always remember that April Fool's updates do not always do good things to the computer. I think I'm gonna have to finish this in a second here. And except that's just gonna be that. We're gonna try and make it, but I am worried that I'm not gonna be able to do much more. Although the surface worlds were okay. Yeah, it does bad things to the computer. It's... We tried a world type, it ain't working. I'm gonna accept that I get no, I already had to, like, restart the whole computer once. About the same amount of time. Easy for you to say. The problem isn't... I'd have to, I think, set quite a bit. The problem is this world type, partially. And the thing is, it is loading in a new world entirely every time, so it's not exactly... kind. I might have to, like, put a backup of this world on my... Honestly, I'd probably restart at this point anyway. There's things I would not do. Like, I would have never gone into this world type. I don't disagree. But, yeah, you could tell this is April Fool's and not an official, actual update, or even a mod. It's so... Alright, am I still going? No, I'm not going the right way because it's up there. Okay. We die, we die. Okay. Made it. Alright. We're just gonna get ourselves some quick points and we're leaving. Yes, we are, dog. This is how we just get all our points at this point, I think. Our safest bet. Alright. I mean, because, like, there we go. We already have 93. Yeah, it's fine. It's like, the thing is, there's no server here or anything. It's just... yeah. There you go. It's fine. Like I said, I'm just gonna probably have to... except I'm not gonna be able to do this type of world, probably, and then beyond that, I should probably... I know some things I can do to try and get it to work. I think it's these worlds are just too, much... I really might have to exit out and try again, and then from there, though, like I said, I think the bigger issue is it's just kind of... I mean, it's clearly not optimized. Oop. Greetings. We need to eat. Quick. No! Evil game. Alright. New. Wait, what? I would imagine, yeah. Well, maybe not mods on this version, but I would imagine that people will make mods off of the things in this. Probably. Wouldn't see why not. Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say, is I bet there will be mods inspired by. Yep. And it'll probably run better, too. Probably. Because, I mean, obviously, you want the newer features, but you want to play with this stuff. Yeah, you're going to probably do mods. Alright. So, let's grab our Elytra and our rockets here. Perfect. I have no need for this. No need for that. I guess we could do this. Not much use. Alright. We're gonna unlock this stuff. Oof. I think the X is fine. Alright, so I'm gonna exit a second here. And I'm going to try and adjust the amount of... Let us just go up to that. Let's see if that can run a little bit better. But I do think this is going to have to be the last one way or another. I'd have to restart entirely, I think. Alright. We'll see. This helps. But beyond this, there's not much I can do. Alright. So skeletons, goats, ocelots, and that. So no more of... We're just going plain surface world if we can. We're going not in caves. We're going above ground. Having these are just fun. Plains. Bouncy world. Savannas. Be good. Well, we now have, in theory, stuff, but I don't know if we'll be able to pick everything up because our inventory is already full, so... Are they just going to drop on the ground? Fruiting. Can't see. Yeah. Alright. So we want that, we want that, we want that. Nice. Let's put on a helmet. Let's pretend we can't hear the game trying to kill itself. Okay. Cool. That's kind of cool. I mean, obviously we're using up durability or whatever, but we need to go this way. Okay. Kind of cool. We don't even really need the rockets. But we can. Alright. But yeah, at this point it just feels like I'm going through the world, kind of not like trying very hard at all. Seems a little wrong. Alright, this way. I don't know about that, but yeah. Well, we made it. Alright. Yeah, we got our great stuff here, but let's just make ourselves our points really quickly. Obviously, we want to do this like this. Alright. But much like the potato update, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more at this point. I'll try to do a little bit more, but... I do think we are hitting the as far as we can get. We'll just do this like this. Slightly more efficient. Alright. You know, we can make the fire charges too. Out of effectively nothing, so I might do that as well. Here, let's make some fire charges. There we go. We made 18 fire charges. Because it's not like we can do much anyway. Alright. I'm just trying to see, like, how far can we go? But yeah, imagine if we were able to get some diamonds. I'm kind of waiting for a world where it's not too bad. I want to see how that works out. I mean, I know this is like the most boring way to get points, but realistically. There we go. Kind of just do it again. And we're just gonna get like 300 points. I want to see, can we get 300 points? That seems like that would be the greatest way to go about this, don't you think? They'll let us buy literally everything else we don't want. In theory, we should be getting close. But who knows? And yeah, I'm gonna say that's more than enough. I think we have enough to see. Let's how far we get. Although I kind of need a little bit of dirt. Oh, this just has redstone in it. Well, it works for me. Oh, nope, don't go away. You are my literal food. Boom, we're leaving the mine. We got so much stuff. I highly doubt I made 300, but that would be funny if I managed to succeed in my goal at this point. Oh, maybe we did. Maybe we did. We did! I succeeded in hitting 300. And 58. That's way too much. Okay, so unlocking, I guess, the last of this. Or does this just go on forever? That might just go on forever. I don't really need any of this, though. I mean, having a trident might be fun. Sure. We'll just take these. Just in case. And then what we'll do... You know what? Here's what we're gonna do since we can. We're gonna upgrade this till we're basically out of points. I don't know how high it goes. So many things can just be put on here. Alright. And, I mean, that just keeps going like that, so we can get more and more items. Oh, and these have more things here, too. I wouldn't want... Alright. End biomes to get to the end. I guess they want us to either kill blazes or they want us to kill Enderman. I don't know which, though. I mean, I've killed Enderman, but... Hint, mine endstone. Parrots. Eat a cookie. The carrot doesn't want it anyway. But wait, how do we get the wheat? Yes. Oh. Play in the mud. Eternal lightning. Skip a morning that won't stop raining. Yeah, I'm sure. Ravager. Fight from a villager. So villagers do exist. I just haven't found any villages. That's annoying. Hint, fish. Huh. What am I with a bees ingredient? What do bees need? We've killed their brother, now they're out for revenge. So I guess we kill bees. Eternal night. Don't know. Waterworld. Win a dry mine. Dryland. Try to get even warmer in the Badlands. Okay, so we want the Badlands, I think. The Badlands, we can do that. So we want, let's just do, we'll throw in all our favorite biomes here. Let's make sure this world is like this. Safety and all that. Let's make sure we have swamps, I guess. Which one is swamps again? Oh yeah, swamps. You know what? Let's just throw in. It could be made of andesite and stone. Fun. Bouncy world. Boom. Oh, also I need to go put this away. I don't know what else to do though. I mean, feels kind of. It really feels like you're just kind of. Halfway to creative flying. You have to keep clicking. Although it's faster to just kind of... Alright, so we know there's villagers. Apparently. I guess we gotta find out how to find a villager. Huh. Well, I guess we just gotta look around a bit. But mud first, I think. Yes, pupper. What's in this? A music disc. Alright, well we got that, so we'll just chuck that. Oh wait, we can also do this. Chuck these. Not like we're gonna use them on anything anyway. Probably won't use these either. Alright, I guess let's just start looking around. But maybe we need to make a lodestone. Alright. Yeah, I hear you, pupper. We're gonna cut down some dirt. Alright, so we have food just in case. Perfect. So, I guess now we just gotta look around a minute. Well, first off, we know that's the way to a portal. And we have creepers, so it's not great, but it's not horrible. First things first, though, I want to find a swamp biome. Ow. I'm gonna need dirt in a second. It's fine. Come on. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect timing. Okay. And we'll want more dirt. Yeah, I see you. Alright, we're good for now. Oh, there's the swamp. Okay, cool. Although I don't know if what I'm looking for is in there. I think it's just a normal swamp, and I need a... Although I do have buckets. I have buckets. Okay, we're good. We're still good. Hello, Foxy. It's a little frustrating that you jump like all the time, and the electric gets used up so much. I thought for sure there'd be some water here. Oh, there we go. I mean, it said play around in the dirt, didn't it? This doesn't get... Does this get eaten? Oh, hello. Oh, it might. Yep, it can be eaten. Fun. I mean, that's what I figured it would be. Maybe not. Maybe you gotta put it down. I don't get it. Play in the mud. I mean, I'm technically playing in the mud, aren't I? Or do I have to turn into clay, do you think? Or maybe we can eat them. It doesn't seem to do anything, though, so I guess we'll just leave that as it is. Maybe it has to be actual mud? I don't get it. I'm not going to worry too much about points since we already have so many. I'm just trying to figure out how does one play in the mud? I should probably have looked to see if... I mean, at this point I'm sure there are some tutorials, but... Alright, well, there's a mangrove swamp. Let's try that. Like, that's muddy, right? I mean, I played in the mud. I played with the mud. I don't understand. Oh. Yeah, I don't know either, Pupper. I don't know either. I think it just threw it. I'm not going down, just... Okay, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that should have been kind of obvious, like how that works, right? We played in and around the mud. Ow. Yeah. Now the other thing is I might need to make a lodestone, which requires... Actually, it'd be better to use this. No, I have not. Hello, how are you, Mr. Failure? I hope you're doing well. I do not think it looks very good, to be honest. I suppose I'm just glad to hear that. I'm doing okay. Yeah, ouch. Food, food, food. I honestly think that the new Minecraft movie looks kind of, to be honest. What the? Alright, we're just digging ourselves a shelter and going underground for the night. Can I use this magic displacement stick as a... No, I can't. Ugh. I'm honestly, like I said, I looked at it, I'm just kind of left with, I do not vibe with it. That's my honest opinion. You can if you want to, but I honestly feel like it looks really bad. And don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I do know what they were thinking, but... Alright. I do agree. I liked Sonic 3. I did see that one. But I knew I wanted to see that one. As I said, I honestly... Don't need that. I honestly don't need that. We're just gonna wait till morning while I eat some dirt. But yeah, no, I waited to see reviews because from people I trust tend to have a similar viewpoint, and I couldn't even get through their synopsis. I was like, this is for the Minecraft movie specifically, just to be clear. Which kind of told me all I wanted to know. I'm not saying it has to be bad, to be clear. I just... Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I was left at the end of it. It was just, it does not sound good. It's like, who was behind that travesty? With that being their brilliant idea, you know? I mean, well, I wasn't like excited for the movie. I had hoped at least it wouldn't be bad, you know? But it's just like... Pepper, then get them. Anyway. So, yeah. I mean, I think the worst part is you can kind of tell just from seeing even the trailers and stuff. This is, yeah, it's like, yep, this is a movie that has been worked on since its inception. But the problem is, its inception was 10 years ago. And it definitely gives that vibe. Alright, we're gonna get some points out of this. So now this is 0.5 points. It's not bad, actually. I kind of wish I had some gold. Let me look at what we need for loads. I can't, I guess. Yep, it's still night. I'm just trying to tell what time it is. I know there's a skeleton. What's up? I'm sorry, this is probably boring. But I need iron. What region? Do you mean time zone? Because I live in Florida. And just to point out right now, for me, it's 2 in the morning. If that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure other than that. I think right now, if it's about this, we're in the plains. Fair enough. Well, that's what I was figuring. Yeah, no, I do know that. Oh, we got 2. Our snack box is filling. Our lunch bag. Maybe. Meadow has... Fair enough. That's why it's a maybe. It should in theory be okay still. But it's fine either way. Okay, so I don't wanna what? Someday I'll make a server. I don't know. I got hit by something. I think it was a skeleton. We're just flying away right now. I need a snack out of my snack bag. We definitely don't want to go that way. Can we land? Oh, there is some iron here, though. Alright. Let me land. As I've said, I find that one kinda iffy. Alright. Alright. I am... Yeah. I've said before, I've done some research on their stuff, and there's some really iffy stuff in the background as well. To be honest. That's part of why I don't really feel inclined to use them. Yeah. I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I've gone through and. Because I just was like researching stuff, and they have definitely deleted anything that is. What I found when I did some research is it does seem like they have deleted any negative criticism. For the most part. As I've said before, I did a little bit of research, and it definitely, I don't know how to explain it. And I mean, I could be wrong, but it was really odd. As I'm going through, and I'm just trying to find out, like, in general, but yeah. Gotta scroll several pages. The person's had their account. They're just like all sorts of things, and it's just like all they're saying is, my world shouldn't have been deleted yet. I've been on time. I've been on server. Why is my world gone? And stuff like that. And it just like, stuff like that. And then they're like, and then there's like an automated response of, you have to be out every 6 months, within at least once. Everything is just like, to me, I don't. I get that it's free, but at the same time, I don't like the concept that they just are like, well, you should have had a backup for your world definitively, immediately, knowing that, of course, they might delete it at any moment. But the thing is, like I said, this is part of, I had to go several pages to be able to even find anything. And I mean, normally I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But then it's like, there's several people who have complained they were on their world. Then the next day, their world was deleted because supposedly they were inactive for 6 months. When they asked for explanation or whatever, they just get told that they should have been on. And that's part of where, to me, I don't like things like that. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm sure they just are like, oh no, it just, you know? Yeah. It felt really odd, and I'm just like, it could just be trolls, but at the same time, the fact that it's just like even a possibility and there's nothing other than like shells going, you just don't like it because or like it's free, you should take what you can get, and it's just like, I don't like that. And plus, it's like, if I wanted to add anything like mods or anything, I really shouldn't use Atmos anyway, because it is against their terms of service to do several different kinds of mods, and if I don't know what kind is what, I don't want to do that, because I don't want them to delete it over that as well, because they do that if they decide that you're breaking TOS. And their TOS is, and it's like, I get technically it's about hacking and all that, but at the same time, it's like, is it really going to? Yeah. See, that's the thing. For me, I'm like, I'd rather do something paid when I have more disposable income. Yeah. That would allow more options. I know it's, the max is 4 for free. And yeah. See, that's the things like that. I look at it and I go, I don't think it's smart to do that. I think it's better for me to wait until I have, like I said, funds and things, and just do a more, because I don't want to limit people either, just because I'm utilizing a freebie mod. It's things like that for me that I look at it and I'm like, altogether, it just makes me not comfortable using their service. Plus, even for a free server, you still need to give all your personal information. All your personal information. And that to me as well, I do not like. It's like, I get it if I'm paying. I do. But at the same time, why am I giving you my credit card information for a free service? That seems a little... If I'm planning to upgrade to paid, I can do it at that point. But for me, it's like I look at that, plus I gotta give my full name, and da-da-da. And like I said, I get it for a paid. I get that for paid. But I don't want them selling my information and stuff, and especially considering I choose to be anonymous. I'm sorry, but while I get that it's free, that also means that they don't care as much about your information getting stolen or not. So for me, that just... I don't like those things. And altogether, it's part of where I'm just like, I'd rather just wait and do something I feel like is more... You just put random crap. Fair enough. At the same time, I mean, they're gonna... Well, I do that with things like... Some things, it's just, like I said, for me, I just... Then I have to remember all that random crap to be able to use the server and stuff as the moderator, and I'm just like, all this stuff is just... Altogether, it's a bit much for me. Like I said, I'm okay with like one or two of those things, but... Altogether, it's what's made me decide I do not want to use them. Like I said, I don't mind paid having my information. They need it to be able to go through, like, getting paid and stuff. That's fine. But especially considering, as I said, it's a free server that it's things like that, and it's like, well, where do you think they get their money? And I'm sure it's a fine service and everything. It makes me nervous. And as I've said, the more I've looked into it, the more I'm left with, it's really weird, some of the stuff. And it could just be the way it is, but... Alright, I think what I've got to do here is I've got to do this. Is it this, or is it... Actually, you know what? First things first, we're going to use this. But yeah. And as I said, maybe it's just trolls, but it's enough for me to go, but I don't know how I feel about that. Enough to be wanting to use that. And yeah, if they're just trolls, it feels really weird that they're so far down. Usually that's if you're trying to get rid of them. And yeah, no. The biggest part for me, though, was just the concept as well, that it's like, if someone voices the discontent instead of giving a suggestion, they're all just like, well, you're using it for free, so you shouldn't be complaining or asking questions or anything like that. And it's just like, if I have a question, I do want to be able to get my answer. That's what I thought. Okay, so we do this next. Anyway, like I said, I don't know. Whatever you're interested in, I think is fine. Your server. Alright, I I should be able to make a lodestone now, right? Like this? I guess I can make a couple of lodestones. What am I listening to? Oh, is it the fox? Maybe. Alright. Ooh, we don't want to be out for much longer. Yeah, I think it's the fox. I don't care about this place, this whatever. I need quick food. No! Pick that up. I've never done Valorant. I don't typically do those kinds of games. Nothing wrong with them. They're just not my style. Just to be clear here. Alright, I need to figure out, how do I find a village? I'm trying to see if, because it said something about lodestones. Nope, that's not it. Well, it's not exactly picky as much as just I'm not really into just that kind of thing. Plus, I mean, have you seen me when I get distracted by something like this? I get very I don't pay attention to chat or anything. I just kind of get distracted. So I don't think that's a really good kind of thing to do for a stream for long term. Realistically speaking. Ow. I don't have enough elytra left. I gotta take this off. It's fine. We're gonna jump instead. It's practically flying. I do some things that are more, can be more. It's just like I said, I tend to get really quiet and really distracted because I get very focused on whatever I'm doing if I'm trying to compete. Even if it's something I really shouldn't be competing on. I wonder if the mud meant clay. You know, now that I think about it. And not mud. Yeah, that's the other thing. I tend to be more competitive is not my friend. I mean, I don't scream, but I do get annoyed. Alright, is it actually that I need clay, maybe? Sorry for bothering you, little friends. Okay. Maybe... Oh, I got an idea. Maybe what I need to do... Hi. Yeah. Well, as I've said, I'm very... I'm good at not screaming too much. I just... Yeah. Realistically, I don't... There are reasons I don't do competitive. Oh wait, I did get the Badlands biome. Cool! Okay, we got what we were here for. Alright, There we go, there we go, there we go. That's what I was here for. It was just making a clay block. Perfect. Alright, this way. There. Seriously, this is more like flying than having the elytra. I know I'm not gonna get a whole lot of XP, but I'm not like here for XP this time. Although I really would like a key again. Don't know what I gotta do for that, but... Now, the question becomes, I don't think we can eat clay. Unfortunately. No. No. Badlands is Mesa. I don't know why they decided to change what made more sense for a more general to, like, a very specific Mesa. Kind of weird. We got a key! Don't know why we got a key for that one. Don't feel like I did all that much. Still gonna collect all the delicious XP. Alright, let's first put this away, and then let's go put... Yeah. As I was saying, to be fair, it's... Here, let's pick a door. Let's go this way. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. I don't know which way is what. Oh, that's so weird. Alright. Oh, we better have good aim. Okay, we can do this one this time. We have a bow. We can fly. We can handle this. We also know how to deal with these guys. We also have netherite tools. Well, we have some netherite. Alright, well, things are quickly loading in. Cool. Let's do this. I I really don't need the other stuff. Desert isn't so bad for this. Yeah, you guys, I need this. Although, now that I think about it, I gotta eat dirt, so this isn't gonna be great. Alright. But we can leave and come back, so that's great. As usual. I see some dirt over there. Hey, get over here. What's in the bag, by the way? Another mace. Alright, while they're doing that, I'm gonna try and get over here and get some dirt real quick. I can fly. Oh yeah, I should also switch my shoes. I mean... Chicken! Look at chicken! I know better to have done this, but I did it to myself, so, you know. Who am I to complain? Alright, alright. What? No, I don't want to put something in it. I want to make it fall out. So that I can put the dirt in it. Yeesh. Why? Chicken was just cute. The dirt's more important right now. I pick up the dirt, come on. Perfect. No, dirt, come back! Wait. I just want to finish my dirt! Alright. That's just a bunny. The bunny. The bunny. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. Die. Alright, I've still got some mobs apparently. Oh, I see them. They're over there. Look at this little bugger. He's trying to make it over to the stone. Alright, I see food. No! Come here, food. Why must you run from me? You know, I still don't have... This can go in here. gonna happen. Thankfully, it's not too bad. Yeah. It'd be better to be out in the middle of the ocean, honestly. But there's not really a better spot, so this will have to do. Do they all seriously sink into the water? Let me hit you. Also, I just saw some food. Quick, eat, 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 eat. Good. Let me hit you. There. Alright, and then there's you. Fool. Thankfully, everything around here seems to be sand and dirt and stuff. I don't really need your stuff. Shocker. My equipment does pretty good. Weird. It'd be funny if they have like a soft underbelly. I mean, they obviously don't, but like... Alright. I gotta toss that. Alright, can't eat this stuff anyway. It's useless. It is. Alright, I need a little bit more dirt. I've gotta have some dirt lying around. Okay. And the sun's about to set. That's not great. Die. What's over here? Llamas. I'm gonna need to go hide for the night, I think. It's fine. We're fine. Final way... Like, I still got some guys over there. To get them really quickly. And I think they're basically it. Also, doggo, do something. Kill them. Nothing. Last guy is up here. But I'm out of food. Because I throw it out. For some reason. I mean... Yeah, the next wave is going to be annoying as all get out. So we're going to be in the water for that to start. Did I actually eat? I think I did. And then we're going to go hide. See? Yes. What have I got on me? Oh, hello. In the water here. Come on. Cool. Perfect. Alright, Alright. Let's just make a bunch of these. There. Alright, yep, I did that. Okay. Don't really want to die. Alright, we are safe though, I think. Oop. Alright. We're just gonna let them do their thing for a bit. We'll go out and fight in a second. I have a bow. This is a spectral arrow. We have a friend here. While we wait. Yep. Alright, and then once we get through this... See, there's an annoyance of Vex. If you're gonna stand there, I might just, utilize this. I'm sorry, chicken. If something comes to me, I can either shoot it, or I can whack it with my axe. Here comes a buddy. But will he come? Also, interestingly enough, that the mobs are depleting on their own. But I don't know if it's because they're getting too far away, or if it's just they drown and stuff. They do die. There. No! Don't fly out. Can use you as profitable building materials. It left us behind. Okay. I wonder if I could hit any of these guys. I see where they are. Yeah, oh. What? Wait a minute. Also, where'd the dirt go? Okay, so we basically have infinite arrows. Cool. Kind of fun. We're getting more arrows as it goes along. Okay. My crappy aim is a good thing, apparently. You know what? Do I have my gear on? Yes, I do. Check you. To get this. Yeah, hi. Cool. Kind of cool. Did we actually get to poison these guys? Fun. I really would like it to be day because this would be a lot easier during the day. Alright. The problem is I don't get to know where any monsters that aren't, I need to be higher up to be able to hit these guys. Alright, I need to be here. Dog, I don't want to hit you. Come on. Be nice if I could, where'd my tracking arrows go? Oh, did I put them in my thing? No. I didn't mean to throw them if I did. Weird. Uh... You know what? I think I'm hitting him. Not that well, but I think I did hit him, basically. Huh. I'd like that boat back, to be honest. Alright, Greetings, dog. You know what? We don't need this. We don't need that. No, we don't. I'm very bad at aiming at this guy. If I knew where I was hitting it was aiming wrong, I would definitely fix that, though, you know? Let's just snag a little bit of food here really quickly. I'm sorry to hear that. Cats do tend to do that kind of thing. Nope, I don't want that. Anything unique about this one? Oh, it is diamond. Okay, I gotta figure out where the annoyances have gone, the vexes. Because, well, I do know they technically should despawn. They don't here. I'm supposed to hit them somehow. The only thing saving me is I've basically got unlimited food. Also, how did you get down there? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get those guys in a bit, but for right now, we're gonna just deal with these guys first. Hit. Yeah. I don't want copper. I need dirt. My body really not produced any dirt in a bit? Really? That sounds wrong. It does. Not denying it, dog. Alright, what's actually the fly boy? Don't know for some reason. Got him. Yep, that's how we do this. Oh, is this full? Okay, I guess it is. Weird. Alright, let me grab a little bit more dirt while we're here. I don't know why I'm not just taking the dirt out of my thing, but I'm not. I'm not. Alright, let's go see if we can't find some fiends. You're easy enough. Yeah, come on in. The water's fine. Okay. Yeah, doggo, I don't know. Where our little friend went. It was over this way. You know, it'll be easier to see once we get back over here, I guess. And snag ourselves a snack. We've obviously still got some guys. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Alright, I gotta figure out where the last couple guys are. There's gotta be... Question becomes, are there any in this direction? No. Yes. Get in the water as much as possible. The dude's still here. Got him. Cool. I know there's a guy over here. Somewhere. I just don't know where he is. He's got to be over here, though, right? And I think he's the last guy. I had never made it past this point, but I don't think this is any longer than this. I don't see a reason why it would be. So, if this is the end, which would be making a lot of sense, I just have to find Mr. Dude. I saw some dirt, yes. Doug, let me eat my lunch. Nope, let me eat my lunch. Alright. I just gotta make it over here. This is where I swear I saw him. There he is. Okay. Kind of far away. I don't want to miss. Yeah, I'm with you, dog. He's annoying. Don't want to go too high because I don't want him to catch on that I'm here. Not really. It's a lot easier to aim from the bottom. I don't miss. It's just like... What a village. Hello. Did he just despawn? Okay, so that means we still have a guy left somewhere. But I don't know where. Let's go check out this village. So they've got cows. Can't eat anything anyway. Hey. But are there any villagers? Yes, there are up top. Weird. Anybody got a job? Don't worry, I'll leave. I was just intrigued. You have a job. Huh. So villages do exist. Alright, but I can't imagine it's over here by any means. I would have gotten sight of it by this point, and I have not, so... Alright. I'm gonna need to go into a hole again. Because it's gonna be night, but that's fine. We already knew that. That's how we live our nights. I'm just trying to look around and see, is the last guy super easy to find? Because, I mean, there's got to be at least, like... I don't see anything. I know there must be a mob remaining, but I don't know where he is. I mean, one guy got stuck down below, but... What, any more? I kind of wish there was a way to track. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I really do. Where, like, I know it's got the little tracky thing, but that only works for so long before it becomes an issue because, well... Yeah, I hear you, chicken. Not that. I don't know what I just picked up. Putting that... What else was in here? Sand. Okay. Alright, now we're just gonna wait for morning, I guess, and try again. Yes. Oops. Yeah, lots of dirt, that's fine. Alright, well, we just gotta wait for morning and then we'll try. And maybe I'll succeed at this one. Kind of annoying that the dirt just gets thrown in random directions. But what can you do, right? And sometimes it just disappears. Yeah, I was gonna put dirt here. Yes, so now we're safer. Maybe we can even do this, I guess. Till morning. And then we gotta look around. As I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking for this last mob. I really don't. Yeah, that guy has a shovel. So do I, but... I don't know, the amount of damage I do with a shovel and the amount of damage he does with a shovel feels like it's very different. Alright. Oh, lovely. Well, that works. Surely we'll be free soon to go to look. Anyway, so while I'm sitting here waiting on this, what do you guys want me to do tomorrow? If you guys just... You vote for plain old Java? I'm not against that, to be honest. I do think this is probably going to be the last time I play this, not because I'm not interested in it, but because it really and truly does seem to be a bit much for the computer. So, what does this mean? Oh, it's a boss fight, got it. I'm sure I've seen about it, but the thing is, it does cost money. Yeah. It's when they'd have to, like, prep for just doing and all that, and I'm not... See, like I said, I'm not against... The thing is... Well, I'm sure it is. 20 bucks is a bit much. Yeah. Well, that's not why. Our Switch is dying. I mean, let's be fair here, Wagon. I'm gonna need to get a new Switch one way or the other. Huh? I'm pretty sure it was. I can double check. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a different game that was next to it. But I could have sworn... what's it called again? Yeah, schedule. $20. Yeah. See, like, if it was $5, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, you know, I can figure that out, but 20 is just a little bit much for... Yeah. A game that's kind of a meme game. Let's be real. And I probably wouldn't do more than one time. I mean, I'm sure, but here's the thing. Not only am I wanting to save for the Switch, I also want Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4, which I'm pretty sure they're going to be paid. You know, and things like that. So I was like, I'm going to put $20 on something. I'm waiting until June and getting that. Waiting. Way too long. You do realize Deltarune is also made by... I mean, at this point, it's like 8 people. But it's still an indie game. Right? Dude who made Undertale, Toby Fox. Like, I love how you're like, don't waste your money. Different indie game. Let's spend the money on the other one because one guy. Yeah, Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2. But the full game is going to be for money. Because it's much bigger than Undertale, which was $15. $20 now if you get things. $15 to $20. Again, it's one dude, but I guess it was basically 2 dudes because you know you had me as well. But at the end of the day, you basically have a very small group still. It is more. And you know, I'll give him credit. He did the work to get it as a launch title on the system, but obviously it'll also be on PC. It's just it's easier to go from my Switch. I don't think Nintendo does a lot of slop, man. I really don't. I mean, haven't you? No, you haven't, because you're so anti. As I hate to point it out, every other game studio is going to be making their games $100 in about, what is it, 2-3 months? So, yeah. The irony. I want to see what people are going to say then. Because people have been, because if you've been paying attention, they're all... Seriously, where... Wait, what is that? Oh, are we able to leave now? Did whatever needed to happen happen? What the heck? Did it die? Whatever it was? Well, I guess we're free. Let's complete this. Oh, it was over here. No wonder I could never find it. Anyway, I mean, the thing is, I feel like the studios and stuff, they do deserve to get... What the... It didn't die. It just counted as dead long enough to trick the system. Because I couldn't figure out where to go. Oh, I didn't get my stuff because it was in the bag. It's fine. It's fine. Like I've said, I'll definitely still be getting, not really, because I like Nintendo games, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, chests. Storage. I find that they're at least fun. Alright, which I kind of think is important, to be honest. So I want to play the Badlands, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw in this just to be sure we're safe here. Otherwise, who knows what it'll be. Shlooms. I don't know. We're stuck with creepers and hoglins, so it's not gonna be great, but we could throw that in there. We could just have fun kind of playing around with this. I would say I should spend my points, but what am I gonna spend them on? Breeze, trial spotters might have something unlocked. Yeah, but I have to find a trial spotter. I guess I gotta. We could throw cows in there, maybe. You know what? We're gonna have that. We're gonna have plains, I guess. And taiga. I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm left with. I do feel like I played Echoes of Wisdom. I liked that a lot better than a lot of the other things that have come out. I feel like encouraging better games is the way to go. Yeah, we'll do this as well. Personally. Right, gotta click that. Of course. Hiding stuff. Yeah, do I need that stuff? No. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna put the things on that I want to use. Chuck the things I don't want. Oh, literally, we can go over there. I want to find the Badlands, so I'm just gonna go looking. Speaking of, hello. Teeny tiny Badlands. Teeny tiny. What the heck is this? These aren't even like close to being rare, so I guess that's that. But anyway, I don't know. For me, I look at it and I go, these games aren't going to be weak. It's what a lot of people have been asking Nintendo for. Unfortunately, those are not cheap to make. Especially with inflation. And considering only one game is 80, everything else so far has been confirmed to be 70. Which has been the standard, unfortunately, for years. I have trouble carrying as much. I don't even get games that often, so... Like I said, I would probably care more if it wasn't for the fact that, like, to be honest, whenever people go, oh, games go cheap on Steam, it's like, not really. You have to be at the right sale at the right time and stuff. Also, you do own most of the games. The ones you don't own tend to be third-party games, and even then, they still have a way for you to be able to access it. Heck, I mean, that's part of why their prices end up being so related to the retailer's price. I know people don't pay attention, but they've been pretty clear all along. They want to encourage people to not feel like they have to get digital. So they tend to keep the price the same as the physical versions. And I guarantee. But like I said, we'll see. I don't know. At the same time, I do think it's important to consider this is not going to be limited to Nintendo. Literally every game studio was waiting for GTA 6 to come out just so they can start charging $100 per game. So for me, I'm just left with, okay, so... And yeah, indie games are great if you can find a good one. So that's kind of how I end up feeling. Plus, Nintendo is the only service that actually offers the game on cartridge as often as they do at this point. So the irony is, you complaining about that, don't use Steam then, if you're going to complain about that. Because you don't own any of those games, and they actually will take them away from you on a drop of the hat, so yeah. Don't use PlayStation or Xbox. That's kind of where I go at this point. I look at it and I go, okay, so... The problem is... And I mean, considering PS5 games are being played on the Nintendo Switch 2 at a very similar rate and all that, to me, that's where I look at it and I go, yeah, that's gonna be more expensive. Dude. I tried playing on Steam. I do Steam as well. I'm gonna turn around and say this. I've waited for certain games to go out on sale. They don't. They just don't. People just think of it because they're like, well, there's sometimes good deals. But there's a lot of games that do not actually go very much on sale, if at all, ever on sale. Maybe once for like $2 off for a $30 game. Or a $60 game, even. Other games, yeah, they get great sales, but the problem is you think of, well, they're not... The problem is they're not all. And that's my thing. I go... That's where I feel at this point. I feel like the realistic answer is, it's... The problem is, nah, I'm good. I've got food. I just have to eat it. And emulating games, that doesn't really hurt Nintendo. Nintendo makes money off of other things. That hurts the game developers. So, you know, the guys trying to make their paycheck. So that's kind of where, to me, I just go, I don't feel that way. I honestly am left with, it's better, especially if I'm making money off a game, because I'm streaming it, right? To me, I do feel like that is a little different. Eh. And that's kind of how I really end up going with it. I go, who actually gets hurt? It's not the company. They have plenty of ways to get around it. It is the game studios. It is the average worker who then has to just deal with that. But to me, I just look at it like, eh. Nintendo hasn't actually butchered any of their game studios yet. That would be Microsoft and Sony. The only thing you could even possibly go close to was a single game testing studio that hadn't tested a game for Nintendo in 4 years? Yeah, 2. And see, that's the thing. Like, you go, oh, but that's not actually true of them, ironically. And I mean, that's why they made such a, people started making such a huge fuss. They're like, oh, they're firing. And it's just like, so I looked it up. The thing in question, game testers, that hadn't tested a game in 4 years. The last games they tested, actually more, because like the last games they had tested were like Mario Odyssey and those. So it was like, it's a little different. I don't know. But like I said, I do feel like it's more a look at. They do. I mean, Nintendo sometimes offers a DLC. That's Pokemon. Remember, that's not actually Nintendo. That is Game Freak. Nintendo owns part of Game Freak, but they don't actually own Game Freak. Game Freak owns Game Freak. They can put some pressure on sometimes, but they don't actually own it, and they don't have final control or say in the same way. Believe me, I've done some research into this. Supposedly they're supposed to be villages, but I haven't seen any. That aren't like you have to, unless you have to upgrade until you can get to villages. Again, that's Game Freak, not Nintendo. Nintendo, the games they make are their Mario games and their Zelda games, which they also use second party sources like as well, be working together. I think you need to look at it as, yeah, Game Freak needs to get off their butt. That's a Game Freak thing. But that's not made in house because that's not their game. That's not Nintendo's game. Heck, the only good. Yep. And the ones in charge of the game making process entirely is Game Freak. Which is the problem. The problem is, though, everyone goes and they blame Nintendo for that. They're like, oh, but Nintendo doesn't make those games. They're just as probably, I mean, they're pretty clearly annoyed. I would say. I don't really expect to get any XP out of this. Yeah, we're going like one more and then I'm gonna give up because I thought for sure there'd be like, because I'm like, okay, so we'll put all these different ones that actually do need village or have villagers spawn. Nope, they don't spawn, so there's gotta be something. It's not really my style necessarily either. I think it could be fun, but it's definitely got more in line with the here, we'll just go back. Dude, again, Nintendo doesn't do that. At most, they'll give a DLC. Heck, they haven't actually given DLC to, for example, Tears of the Kingdom, though people begged and begged and begged for them to. They don't do that for the most part. They occasionally go, as I would say, actually, again, you can't really say that because Kirby's partially in-house, but not really. That's still its own thing. Yes, that is true. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I personally think it's because nobody was getting their games. They originally were selling them on the Wii U up until that point. I don't think anybody was buying them, so they removed them when they got to the Switch store. And then people wanted them again. But it's kind of expensive to just keep that going. Also, it's not just in the only. Like, they go all the way forward. I think it's fair, though. Because it's more of a perk. And see, that's the thing. That's why the Switch 2 is more expensive. That's why the Switch 2 games are going to be more expensive. They're fixing that because everybody begs them to do that, but it's not cheap. Which is the thing that's weird. Like, it's going to actually play. Actually, it was for 6 months, and it was meant to be a limited time game. That's kind of how that one always worked. But instead of having it be that they only made a limited number of copies, they said you could buy it as much as you wanted during this time period instead. You could buy 50. That was basically how they combated the scalpers. Fair enough. I mean, that's fair. You don't have to. They're going to release most of their games on the Switch 1 as well. They aren't, like, making you buy the Switch 2 for the first, like, several years. It made sense. That one was one, like, because I've... Fair enough. I mean, that's fair. I'm not saying you have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna get through a couple of these. It shouldn't be too difficult. We're just gonna say boop, boop. Always make sure that they're like that, like that. Actually, let's do this one instead. No, this is better from the computer. Can get you in trouble with Nintendo. Yeah, so great. Again, I am a streamer. I'd rather not cause trouble. But if you're not streaming, I'm not going to stop you. It's your own choice. Alright, we're going to try and go through another mine. We're just going to go fast. We're not going to worry about anything. We're going to put our wings on. We're going to put our fancy boots. I forgot to do the other. I forgot to make it so we could jump. Yeah, we'll be okay, though. We'll be okay. Alright, we need to go this way. Again, that's not really Nintendo. That's Microsoft. Dude. Stop blaming Nintendo for things that other companies are doing. It's kind of weird. And EA. Like, the only ones that don't really buy studios overall is Nintendo, to the point that it has annoyed studios that wanted to get bought. This is a whole thing that's really well known. It's part of why Rare kind of ended up going to Microsoft and dying. Because Nintendo refused to buy them. They do have lawyers. They defend their IP with the iron fist. You can go there. You can say that. That is true. Again, that's why I don't want to emulate on stream. I don't want to do that kind of risk. Especially since... Notice, I never said that isn't true. I said them buying smaller studios isn't really true. That... Yeah. It is money. And I mean, to be fair, at this point, most of the individuals they've gone after have turned out to be kind of scummy in the end. Weirdly enough. I think that's the weirdest thing, like... Alright, nope, we're not going in caves. Flat world. Plains would be nice. Desert is fine. Badlands is fine. Oh, we already have Badlands. Cool. I guess ice can be okay. Slippery is fine. Oh, what was it? It's just kind of weird, man. Like I said, you can blame them for the things they do. I guess I should probably burn myself. But at the same time, it's like, just be realistic. Oh, I don't want that. I want... There. Alright, so here we are. Where do we need to go? I suppose first, if I could find a Badlands, that'd be good. Other than that, let's just go this way. Like I said, blame them for what you... But the thing is it really a scam? If it can run all the same games that the PS5 Pro can run, the PS5 Pro costs like $700 without a disk drive. Is it really a scam? Okay, then Sony is also scamming people. Steam is also scamming people with the Steam Deck, because that's not anywhere. It's not even as powerful as the Switch 2, but costs almost as much for a version that's even halfway close. So okay, they're also one. Is that even warmer? Feel like that should be warmer. Okay, maybe that doesn't count. I'm just saying, perspective is everything. I mean, you can disagree with me, but it's just... Actually, it's not gonna be. The Switch 2 is gonna have better hardware than the Steam Deck. As I said... Oh! Dead. Fine. It's gonna be quite a bit more powerful than the Switch. Which, yeah, it's fine. I don't care about that. I'm not really caring about getting points anymore. And I don't care. Like I said, this is the last time we're playing anyway. Well, yeah, I could unlock everything. I don't really feel the need to. Alright, let's try this again. Badlands. I can't figure out what I have to do to get the dry. But to get even warmer. I did! What is it even supposed to mean? You know what? Other than definitely up and definitely this. Don't care about anything else. We don't really need anything else. That's the thing I'm left with. And you know what? They can release a Steam Deck too. In theory, right? Crap. Dude. They literally said that there are going to be games that can run at 120 FPS. That alone is better than the Switch One ever was. HDMR, or whatever it is, 4K resolution, these are all things coming to the Switch 2. Has been proven by their specs. They've even shown it off on their Treehouse game. For the Pokemon game, it's literally going to run Elden Ring and Cyberpunk 2077. Which is going to be fully on cartridge. Yeah, and Wind Waker's coming as well. This isn't a weak system. You just think of it as being weak because the Switch was weak, but this is their powered up version. Just like the Wii U was their powered up version of the Wii. And it definitely did do more. But everyone goes, oh, but it's Nintendo. Looking at the Switch One. I do think you need to take into account. And taking inflation into account, it's the same price, basically. That's the thing that's really scary to think about. Not necessarily. The technology wasn't really out there at the time in the same way it is now. It had just started to be available in that size. Plus, seriously, how do I get... Do I need to find lava and put it there, do you think? Could I find lava? All things considered, for the system, it's not a bad price. It just feels bad because you don't want to think of it as being expensive. Unfortunately. One of the big things is just inflation. Since they tend to stick to their fair pay and all that. I've seen some people who've done the math. Apparently, it is almost like 1-for-1 the same price as the Switch 1 would have been if it came out today. If it's price-wise. Apparently, it'd be about $446 or something like that. So, it is almost on par in price. If you take inflation into account. Like, almost exact. Which is the scary thing. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, even a computer that can run Cyberpunk 2077, again, going to that one because it's kind of bad. Yeah. When you start taking into account the prices of what it would be, that's the sad, scary thing. Also, the games that they had come out that were $60 at launch of the Switch would apparently be about $80 now. So that's again, I think it's kind of horrifying. More to think about the inflation of the matter than anything else. When you start looking at it. I don't know what to tell you. This isn't even like defense or anything. This is just reality. I need iron. It also doesn't help how many people continue to emulate their games. I mean, they have to make money. If 30 people, let's say, let's put it in small terms. Let's say there's 100 games that are played, right? If 30% of the people who played the game didn't buy it, they emulated it. then that means that the game has to be about 30% more expensive as well. The more people pirate, the more it's going to get more and more expensive because they have to be able to cover their costs. It's an unfortunate fact of life as well. And I do agree. I don't think that it should necessarily be like that, but at the same time, again, it's unknown how much things are going to be. Plus, they do have sales a couple times a year. Despite what you might think. They have some decent sales for the digital version, and technically they try to get it so that the version you buy in store also goes on sale. Because again, they care about... Get out of there, get out of there. I'm about to die. No, I didn't die. Okay. I have no dirt, and it is dangerous here. Okay, I need to take off my wings. And in a lot of ways, you could argue it's adults that have messed things up for the kids. Effectively, they've said, yeah, we've heard you guys. If this is what you want, then we'll do it. People were... 3 games... That would be... Gore. You should at least give the right number of games. That's not correct. 3 games, if you assumed they were all $80, would not be $450. It would be $240. Even plus tax, it wouldn't be $450. Not here in the US. And that's only if you assume that all games are $450, even though only one game, like 2 games basically. 4 if you want to go with the Switch 2 editions and you're not upgrading your game, have been confirmed. Every other game has been $70, which again, most games are nowadays. I don't disagree. But you also have to take into account that there's a tax for the system as well, which makes it more expensive still anyway. Going right back to that 80. Well, that's a Canada problem though, isn't it? I'm kidding, but partially. But my point is more along the lines of, realistically, there's only so much they can do as well. Unfortunately. Because they have people to pay and they don't fire people as soon as the game is done. This means that they need to have the ability to pay those people, even when there's no games. Dark fact of life. Ugh, you just admitted your taxes are way higher. My dude. Which in fact does make it a different economy. Anyway, my point was more along the lines of, realistically, unfortunately, it was gonna happen, probably. Don't have to like it. At the same time, it's not just greed. That's the thing that's dark about it. Plus, like I said, I do think retailers do partially determine their prices. They tend to try and keep it so that it's better to buy. It's just as good to buy physical as it is to buy digital. This has been part of their motto. And unfortunately, that means that if they're advised to charge more, they'll charge more. Unless you're buying a cartridge, my dude. Which, by the way, even if it's you have to download part of the game, which not every game is doing. In fact, most of them are not at this current point in time. I did not defend the indefensible. Notice, I said their lawyers are an actual problem. Did you not hear me? That I get it, them doing it, but that you can complain about that. That makes sense to complain about. Actually, they do. Some of them don't, but that's the choice of the developer. So the people who make Cyberpunk 77, they literally confirmed the game's fully on cart. Literally. They did it. So, are we supposed to believe they're liars? I hate to ask this question. Not every game. No, not Nintendo. I bought Tears of the Kingdom. We didn't have internet on. There's no way to download the game. There was nothing to download. We just played as was. Literally same night. As soon as we plugged it in. That's why I say their games definitely do go on their cartridges. In fact, pretty much the only game that has been confirmed that's going to do this, you have to download the game, is Square Enix, which they've been doing for all their stuff for ages. I feel like, yeah, this is just not true. Even Pokemon. Again, at that time, we had bad internet, so we turned the internet off for the Switch. It couldn't connect to anything. Yeah. Because they try to keep physical as a physical buy. That's one of their big things. Heck, it goes right back to they started as a card company. For the most part. Dude, I'm serious. You're telling me things that simply are not true and telling me I need to understand this is how it is. And I'm telling you, no, it's not. That's a very different thing. Like I said, I bought Tears day one. I played it within the first 24 hours. Maybe it was after 24 hours, but I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure I played it day one, hour after it came out in the US here. Plugged it right in and immediately started playing. The only time it took was me getting home from the store. So going, oh, you have to download the game, that just is not true. That's my problem. And that's a game that came out 2 years ago, so that's not 2018 either. That is simply a blatant lie. That you have been fed. What, you think Nintendo somehow secretly downloaded the game onto the console without knowing that we were buying the physical version of the game? Like, come on, man. Like, within about 5 minutes of plugging in, I was streaming and playing the game. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to you. Why would they bother doing that? That would be the dumbest thing ever because that could ruin a Switch. And they'd rather make money off of you. I mean, seriously, man. Let's be honest. As you said, if you think of them as greedy, then the dumbest thing to do would be to stick something on it. Probably. Again, they tend to do that. Although that was a cloud game, so that's part of that one's problem, I'm pretty sure. Hello. And again, like I said, yeah. That was because that was on the Switch 1 as a cloud game. Alright, let me see if I can't find a mesa and see if it's this. I don't know if it's this, but if it is, then that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I don't have slime in this world. Whoops. Explains a lot. Technically, I'm not... Is it maybe this? Oop. Okay. Gotta be careful here. It doesn't seem to be this either. I'm about to die. Oh, I lived. Now we have to be very careful. But I see the ability to get food in just a second. I was trying to see if I could get a certain, thing. I have not succeeded yet. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. Because it's, the hint says to get even warmer in a Badlands biome. So I'm not sure what that means, so I've been trying various things to try and see if I can't figure this out. Oh wait, I got the lava, the ultra warm, but I didn't get the one I was trying to get. Don't know. I know it's hot. Let me be clear. Anyway. Like I said, you can criticize for things that are true. That's fine. As far as the Nintendo thing goes, but at the same time, it's like, let's not assume that everything being spread around is true. That's why I don't know. You did that. Come on. Did I do it again? Come on. Let me eat. Hello. Cool. I haven't really been doing that. Sounds cool. As much as... Oh wait, for XP amount? Can we see how much I've done? No. I've done one for 500 million. Or 1,000. 500,000, that's what it is, yeah. So, but honestly I haven't been trying too hard. You can always do the easiest method, you know? It's not too hard to get through. Yeah. Oof. Well, there you go. I'm just saying, let's look at it realistically. As I said, the price still doesn't feel great. I'm just saying there's clear actual things that are kind of involved. But I still go with adults ruined it for the kids. As far as Nintendo is concerned. All the people going, it needs to have this, and that, and that, and that. And after a certain point, they're like, yeah, we do need that. Alright, where do I need to go? Cool, I'm going the right way. Anyway. I haven't gotten the Eternal Lightning yet. So, yeah, I think that this is the last time I'm going to be able to play it, because unfortunately, it does not load well. I'd have to probably start over from scratch, although I think I would know what to do this time, so there is that. Where did my... There. Also, I don't know if you've done it yet or not, but don't unlock the full dirt line. That's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Yeah, exactly. It makes my PC a toaster. Just warning you now. I don't know if you've done it yet or not. Do it, though. Especially if you already have the campfire. Yeah, see, that's where I'm going. I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known. I think if I do this again, I might start over at some point. Do you know how to get the dry biome, by the way? Meh, there's not that much. Because I really wasn't trying, I was just trying to get this stuff. It's still got up to like 30 levels. Really trying. I mean, to be fair, it's because I've unlocked the, I feel like this perk is super important. No, it's 32, okay. You know, I should knock these down and move them. Except for the shinies. Let's move these. There we go. All safe and sound. Can't actually burn them. Or accidentally, rather. I definitely think the campfire is worth it, though. As long as you can actually eat. I wish I had known that. I think the worst ones are the ones that make you go at night. And they're like, yep, you gotta do this now. Alright, yep, okay. The intermittent in particular. This is gonna cause me problems because it's gonna be night. I'm gonna hope I can find a place to hide, though. Every single time. Like... Look at the couch. My couch cushions. Hello, doggo. Let's chuck that on. Let's chuck that on. Let's chuck that. And then... Yeah, boots, 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 boots. Where's the Enderman spawning? Yeah, this one, right? Well, no, duh. Okay, so where's the dude? Oh, he's in the water. The poor guy. Oh, gosh. What? Well, oh, did we just... Well, that worked. Okay, we're done. Nice. Boom. Okay. Cause it hit me, and I had stuff on. Well, I had no reason to think that would work, but cool. I honestly thought I was gonna die. But that means I can unlock something else. Right? In theory. So which one did I unlock now? Not that. Was it a gatherer one? No. In a map where the water was everything. That's gotta be the wet world, but I can't get there yet. What one was it? I swear there was one. None of these. Unlocked all of that. We already had that. Deep bouncy breezy, fiery enemy. No, that's not it either. What am I? Is it that like I have to go through these? Hmm. I'm guessing it's something like that. Alright, let's just see where else to go. Let's see what's on the other side of these. Ooh. Sugarcane farm. Cute. Huh. Interesting. So, what's the value, I guess, in the sugarcane farm? Now I think about it. You know what? I know what the value is. A weird picture. For a thumbnail. So there's obviously still challenges left. Yeah. Theopolis has definitely got a similar vibe. Anyway, I should probably finish soon. Kitty has miraculously not cried yet, but as you know, he... does his own thing. And it is, in fact, after 4. As soon as fate as he would just like to go by. Probably. And I mean, the next one's just gonna be more of the same of this. Not really. He's turned on my phone. I still don't know how he did that. But he has done that before. Like, somehow got through my passcode. He's never gotten the Wi-Fi. Let me think. What else? Has he ever gotten anything else? He's never really gotten anything else. He doesn't go for lights because he's afraid of the dark, so that's not really something that would be obvious anyway. He's turned on the heater for the bed, I guess. The couch is a couch, man. There's nothing electrical to a couch. Or the heated blanket, basically. He has turned that on. Because he's cold. Because he's always cold. Weirdo cat. Is truly the Florida cat. Let me think. Anything else he's done that he has just... He's not tall enough for that, man. He's a teeny boy. He might be huge, but he's still teeny. Not really. If you want a jumper, that's the hedge cat. She's the one that jumps more. He just kind of... If he can chill, he'll chill. Realistically. Ironically. Overall, he's a pretty chill little kitty cat. He just doesn't like me streaming. He wants me to pay attention to him. I guess he's turned the TV on and off. Same way he turns on the computer. Or turns off the computer, rather. He's a cat. What do you expect of a cat? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else he's actually messed with? Not really. He's tried to knock the switch off the table. I've caught him every time, though. He does not like things on. He does not like things he feels are cluttering things up. So there's that as well. He has a bit of OCD, which gets super annoying when I'm like, that's supposed to be there. Please stop messing with that cat. And then he learns that that will get me to get up so that he can get out. Yeah, see, he's fussing. He is my cat. He's a pet. But yeah, he just does what he does. He chills, he naps, and then he fusses about once every. And then, obviously after the end of every stream, but he fusses anyway if he thinks that it's like he's not ready to do something, but it's like he knows it's on his schedule. He throws fits. Or tries to throw fits. I don't let him do that. It's not acceptable. He's something. I'll agree, he's more like a toddler. Here, let me get him out. He is fussing. Buddy, and I do want to finish, so but it doesn't need to be cut up. You can come here, No. Say hello. No. Oh yeah, when he was little, he was the tiny one of his siblings, and now he's the big old boy. He thinks he's tiny. And it's like, how big would he have been if he wasn't the runt? We don't want to think about that, do we, buddy? No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, you're not schmuck. You're a big old cat. Yeah, I know. I give her permission to know which one she could post. You can see how teeny he is in those. Even in the one that, or I guess maybe he's in the teeniest of teeny ones. But even then, it's like you can see he's not. He just kept getting bigger. We honestly were worried he had gigantism, and he might. Although it seems to have balanced out at this point. But like every time we think he was full size, his paws would get bigger, and then he would get bigger, and it got pretty concerning. You know? When he's like 4 and he is still getting bigger. Yeah, you. You. And not wider. Like you think it would be like, oh no, he's just getting fat. No, no, he was not. Luckily, things seem to balance out. Like 8. Right, you're 8 this year? Yeah? Anyway. But yeah, he used to be teeny. I don't even think the ones mom put up were of him when he was like super small. I think they were still mid-sized, right? Like a year old or so. Back when he was still friends with his sisters. Come here, buddy. But yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what mom, which ones mom posted. I think I do, but it was just in general kind of. You know, this is super eerie looking here. Like, honey, yeah, let me go get something to use as a breaking tool. I want to know. Boss, buddy, I can't with you. My buddy boo, no. Don't blub your face all over. No. No. You goose. 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 Anyway. Unfortunately, he's not teeny anymore. And he doesn't know that. Alright, so let's say I break these. So we do, in fact, end up having the ability to, I don't know what, have these? A little weird. Like, I get that we have these discs here and stuff, but... And then we also have here... Buddy? No, you can't have that. That's not yours. No, 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 no. Yeah. That ain't yours. That's fine. The kind of thing that makes me go, maybe I should keep streaming. News. You don't want that. No, you don't. News. Anyway, I should finish. So are we doing Java for sure tomorrow, guys? Just playing no Java? Java? Or am I doing something else? But get out your butt. Yeah. Hi. You vote for Java? I think you're the only one paying attention still, Flagon, so. But someone else might be. Maybe Meadows paying for it. Hey, you. Big. Too big. Don't fit there. No. I'm sorry to hear you're not allowed to sleep. You have a doctor's appointment or something, I'm guessing? I hope you get to sleep soon. Ah. Okay. Ah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I hope you get to sleep soon. Since that obviously would probably be good. You know what? I'm gonna see what all the negative things are really quickly. I can't get all of them, but I can get a few of them. Rewrite your gear in Rust. I don't get it. Anyway, I don't think anything did anything here. And this just says... Yeah, well, what does it mean? Anyway, we're gonna finish here. If I decide to do this again, I might wait till like next week or something and we could do it like once a week, but I think the computer definitely needs breaks with this one. So... It's been a pleasure having you. I hope to see you again for Java tomorrow, which will be fun. We can complain about Java, plain and simple. That'll be fun. Because it'll be Java. It'll be plain. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful, or night, whatever it is for you. And if it is night, I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. And if you can't sleep yet, I hope that when you do get to sleep, you get to sleep. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful day / night. And thank you for popping in. Thank you for sticking around. And yeah, bye bye.